Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. Got a great video planned out for you guys today. But before we get started on that, I want to do a quick message. I wanted to go live this past weekend, but we had kind of gotten hit with a really bad hailstorm, and I had some issues, some damage to my property. And so I did not get to go live, but I will be going live at some point to make up for our members event. I know a lot of members ask me what's going on. Are you going to do your members event? I did get 2 people emailed me. So just wanted to let you all know what had happened and why I didn't. But that will be going down pretty soon. So on top of that, I did not do a Sunday video, as I had mentioned before. If the views weren't there, I probably wouldn't be doing the weekend Sunday video. We'll still do the Saturday video. This gives you guys an opportunity to ask questions on Friday and get to hear an actual answer to your official question on Saturday. So I will keep doing that, though. With that being said, today kind of want to talk a little bit about this dip that we've seen. Some people don't call it a dip. Some people want to call it a correction. Some people want to just call it a beat down, temp down, a lot of different names, but I'm wondering if it ain't pretty much over. After today, I think that is it. Depending on anything can go today still, because it is the first trading day after the month after the delivery had closed out, the delivery date last month. And today is Monday, so it does allow them to deliver on Monday. So we'll see what happens. A lot of excitement in the air right now with silver prices. We're going to take a quick look at that. I was relatively lucky. I did buy on the dip. I picked up a bunch of stuff, and it's funny because I actually just got my package in on Saturday, a nice size package, and when I bought that package, the actual price that I had to physically pay, and I was complaining, I really was complaining, because it came out to $48.88, and it had a high premium on it. However, that premium pretty much has all been erased with the climb back up. It had like $2.50 premium, so I ended up buying it at roughly, I don't know, right around $46.30-ish. And it did go a little lower, as you can see here. It went all the way down to $45.60, $45.62. So there was some opportunity there. I think it's pretty well, the dip is pretty well over now. As you can see, we did go from 54. We actually went down like $9 from the top. And it was well publicized. You haven't heard a peep out of anybody really about gold and silver on the I'm going to say the what's the word? The more mainstream. You haven't really heard a whole lot about gold and silver. Yes, it's hard to keep it totally low key. People knew the price was going up, so obviously even on like Squawk Box or different stuff, somebody had to mention it. But it tended to get overlooked, and it's no big deal. Oh, whoop-de-doo, it's up a little bit. It ain't that big of a deal. And then all of a sudden the beatdown took plenty of criticism, as you saw all over the media, everybody televising it. The beatdowns were clear-cut. The timing was really meticulous on when they wanted to beat down the price of silver. And we've seen the price of silver come all the way down. Like I said, we were at $54.50. We went all the way down to $45.50. And we're already back climbing up. I think a lot of people that are sitting out there waiting for, essentially, I don't want to say $20 silver, because I know some people realize we're not going to see $20 silver anytime soon ever again, if that. But they still think there's a lot more drop in store, that we could see it go down in the 30s. I don't really even think it's probable that we're going to see anything in the 30s. I think it's more likely that the dip is over. We're going to be back in the 50s by the end of this week, and then that's it. We'll just slowly keep trickling higher. This will look like just a blip down the road. A lot of people will have missed it. I'll show you what it's going to look like here as we continue to zoom out. It still looks devastating right here, but as we zoom out further and further, year to date, I think it's going to just look like this right here. And then we'll sit and consolidate a little under the high, and then all of a sudden we'll pop through it, and then we'll be off to the races until we see another dip. And the dip that we see next time will probably be at like $65. We'll see it dip down to 60. See a $5 drop maybe, but I really don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I don't think we're going to see this cheap silver anymore. Sub $50 silver, I think people will look back at that and say, man, how did we not buy? It's funny because those of us that have been stacking for a while look at $48.88 as, oh, it's too high, I don't want to buy. I think, just like I said, a lot of people are going to miss out. You do need to be mindful. Pick your deals, pick your opportunities right now. There are a lot of good deals out there. Unfortunately, a lot of people still think that $48, $49 is high price silver, even $50. I will probably slow down on buying here once we hit 50 again. I ended up slowing down a little bit when we went over 50 the first time. Did I pick up some stuff? Yeah, if I had the opportunity to pick up like nice stuff, I picked up some Star Wars stuff, that type of stuff. I did pick that up, even though it was a little over 50. But at the end of the day, I'm more, I guess, conservative on what I'm picking up. I'm not going to pick up just anything. So we'll see how this plays out. Taking a quick look at the gold price. Gold price right now trading at $4,015. Futures at $4,025. Taking a quick look at the Bitcoin price, getting absolutely destroyed lately. $107,626. A lot of people wondering what's going to happen. Bitcoin got devastated in the last month. But we're going to see how this plays out. I actually talked to, some of y'all remember, I told a story a while back about a buddy of mine that he had one Bitcoin and he didn't want to sell it. And he said he probably wasn't going to. He flip-flopped a lot. Said he would actually sell once it got back up to 125. And then all of a sudden it came down again. It went up again and bounced around. And he didn't want to sell. He was pretty well attached to it. However, when I saw him yesterday, he said he was going to sell. He said, I'm done. I'm done with Bitcoin. This is just, something ain't right. He didn't know what. He just said something ain't right. I mean, I can tell you what I think is not right about it. Some people will disagree. It seems interesting to me that Bitcoin just keeps going up and then comes back down. Keeps going up, then comes back down. And a lot of people are still trying to buy this dip. But I think ultimately they're going to regret not putting their money in sound investments like gold and silver. I think a lot of it was a distraction. It was designed to keep people out of it for as long as it has. And who knows, it could even be designed to still keep people out of it. But we'll see what happens. I know there's a lot of people that are Bitcoin fans and think Bitcoin is going to go to $1 million. Personally, I don't think that. I do think that cryptocurrencies have a place. The blockchain has a big place in the future, but I don't think it will be Bitcoin. I hate to say that. Taking a quick look at the U.S. debt clock, we got the U.S. debt clock trading at 38 trillion, 66 billion, continuing to climb. I find it so funny right now that you got a government that's shut down, but yet the bill just keeps going up and up and up with no end in sight. Taking a quick look at the DXY. DXY sitting right now at 99.74, higher than we've seen it in a while now. But we'll see how this plays out too, because like we talk about all the time, this is just the DXY is just basically measuring the dollar against other fiat currencies. Not really going to be a long video today. There is one more thing I want to take a look at. Assets based by market capitalization. I want to take a quick minute to take a look at where we stand on assets based by market cap. We have gold still at number one, and probably not going to get taken out anytime soon. Obviously, when you look at some of these, we got Nvidia right now at number two, then Apple, then Microsoft, and then Alphabet or Google. Underneath that, we have silver, and the silver price they're using right now is the futures price, which makes it look lower than it really is, sitting at 48.65 or $2.738 trillion in number six. We've got Bitcoin continuing to fall, however, still holding on to its number 8 spot. I think there's a strong possibility we could see it go to number 9. And we've got a little bit of a wait before silver, I believe, will go into number 5 spot right now. Even though I believe we are doing a good job consolidating right around where we're at. Didn't really have a whole lot to talk about today. Obviously, over the weekend, I did do the comment video on Saturday, which gave me the opportunity to talk about y'all's comments from Friday, answer questions. With the storm that we recently had, it kind of kept me off the computer seeing what was going on, even though there's not really a whole lot going on the weekend. So I did have to do a shorter video today, and I got to go buy some different stuff from my property where I did have stuff get broken. I don't know if you guys heard about the hailstorm that we had here in Texas that was just really devastating the Corpus Christi area. A lot of people ended up having damage to their vehicles if they work in the Portland area or live in the Portland area. So pretty rough on that note. Yes, I did have some damages. Not too horrible. I mean, not as bad as what some other people that I know have. But I was relatively lucky. So I think we're going to actually wrap it up with a really short video today. I know some people are going to be like, what? 12 minutes? Way too short. There's just not really a lot to talk about yet until we see what's going to happen this week in the markets. Like I said, I think this is going to be possibly the lowest. Well, I shouldn't really say lowest. I think we're done going down, personally. As you can see in the charts, I think it's just a matter of time before we continue to go higher. But we'll see what happens. I will be looking for some deals in the beginning of the week. So hopefully I'll find some. Allie, I did get your package out to you on Saturday. And Unknown, I will be getting your package out once I get a hold of you in an email just to confirm stuff. And I think that's pretty much it. Thank you to all the members of the channel. We will be doing a live stream still, our members event here pretty soon. I don't know when. I will try to get that done. I know a lot of people want to see who the big winners are for that. So if you are a member, please be patient with me a little bit. And if you're not a member, consider becoming a member. It's a lot of fun. It's only $1.99 a month. You get a chance at winning a really cool ounce of silver. And plus a lot of cool perks. Your comments go straight to my phone. I try to answer all y'all's questions. Plus you get a star next to your name. And with that being said, going to wrap up. Like I said, a little off today with everything going on. If you guys got any tips or any suggestions, leave a comment. I'm always looking for good video ideas, and I could kind of use them right now because it's just been so hectic lately with everything going on. And then on top of that, I'm trying to move. I really am a little worried the hurricane season next year, because we've seen it where we had a freak hailstorm, and then the next year we had Hurricane Harvey, and then now we had this freak hailstorm here, and now I'm wondering if we won't have another, I won't say Hurricane Harvey, but another major hurricane again next year. And that could just be reading into it, but playing the statistics, we're overdue. So with that being said, going to wrap up here, and I thank everybody for watching. Please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, and keep stacking, my friends. I love seeing y'all's comments about what kind of deals you've picked up over the weekend. So let me know, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye bye.